Hey everybody, and welcome to the weekly scopes from the 12th of March right up until the 18th of March. Okay, so today is one of those epic days. We've got Venus entering Aries. We've also got Mars going into Gemini as well, and we also got the moon entering void of course and then going into Scorpio. So yeah, it's one of those days, so let's just jump right into it. So today Venus enters Aries at 2:58. When Venus enters Aries, it can bring a time of big changes and new beginnings, whether it's in the realm of work, career, progression, love, education. Venus in Aries can offer significant opportunities for personal growth. On the karmic past life level, Venus in Aries can help us resolve unfinished business from the past in terms of making hasty decisions in love, because Venus is all about love, beauty and partnership and inner values. Aries is all about assertiveness and impulsiveness, and on the negative it's about the decisions that maybe in this life or past lives were made too quickly in business or love or any other area of your life. On a spiritual level, this transit can reveal new paths for self-development and growth and provide a unique chance to start something new. So yeah, in terms of work, when Venus is transiting Aries, there's a greater potential for productivity and success in the workplace. This could mean that people may just start a job or in the process of pushing for promotion, may find themselves in a more favourable position. Additionally, working on any project or task requiring perseverance and determination, so any creative projects you've been putting off, this energy can help you do that. Any exercise plans, because Aries, Mars, physical energy, any ways you've been thinking about, looking after your sexual health better and stuff like that also. So with the energy of Aries, people may feel more motivated and driven to make their mark on their chosen field of work. So it's a good time to take risks at work and think outside the box as well. Some of you need to watch out for being impulsive and hooking up with co-workers, because this can be disastrous. For some of you it could help with that promotion. I'm not going to say whether this is a good or bad thing, just saying what can come of these energies. So yeah, all in all, your motivation drive can increase, and some of you may feel like you need to take big strides to get ahead and be successful, and you'll be more willing to do the action and the hard work that makes you get to where you need to get to. Some of you may be drawn to new opportunities and trying out new strategies to get ahead. It's essential to trust your intuition and take calculated risks. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and make the necessary changes in your life. So this is to do with diet, maybe your hookup time, sorting in all your distractions. That's what I'm trying to say, sorting in all the time you spend on your distractions. So yeah, moving on to what it means for love and hookup. Some of you may get more assertive in your relationships. So some of you may take time to plan dates, expressing your feelings more openly or being more direct and honest with your partner. This can be a period that can help you identify what you want in a relationship and how to communicate your needs to others best. Learning to be assertive can help you in all aspects of your life, but also be careful of the dangers. Yeah, be assertive, but try and do it in a nice way, and where you don't get too aggressive with it, and wind other people up the wrong way, and just try not to be too forceful if you do decide to, start a new relationship and stuff like that. Go for it, but chill out as well. In terms of education, when Venus is in Aries, this can increase focus on learning and education. Some people may become more energized to expand their intellect and knowledge, so this can be researching new things or old things, brushing up on your skills. Some of you, as I said, may take up a new course or focusing on refining their existing skills. There may also be a greater focus on improving your communication with increased desire to share your thoughts and ideas with others. So starting a podcast, a blog, going for a job in communication, motivational speaking as well. Also, some of you may start going into or looking into investments. Any job where it's kind of like you have to go out there and put yourself out there. So all sorts of banking jobs and stuff like that as well. So during this time, especially those with strong Mars, Scorpio, 8th and 1st house energies in the chart may become more focused on learning and education meditation than before. And if you do use this energy wisely, you can make great progression in learning new things and upgrading your skills so you can get a new job and stuff like that. On the karmic level, when Venus enters Aries, you may find yourself drawn to exploring your past relationship experiences or business experiences. Some of you may investigate your past lives through meditation, spiritual practice, such as using tarot cards or a pendulum. Some of you may go and see a past life regression therapist. So this increased understanding of your past lives, you may find yourself coming to terms with your karmic patterns, especially when it comes to impulsive decision making and the way you may have rushed into love or business partnerships and stuff like that, and looking to change this behaviour. So this deeper understanding could potentially give you a more enlightened perspective on the choices you have to make in the present, leading to greater personal and spiritual development in the long run. It's also a perfect time to focus on your inner growth and self-reflection, connecting with your higher self or your higher power, exploring your spiritual practice or beliefs and your inner values. It's also a great time to focus on self-care, exercise and all other personal growth, and thinking about how you need to change your beliefs and make the necessary adjustments, because Venus rules Libra, so balance, and Taurus, second house, which is all about our inner values, our possessions, how we view ourselves, how we view others. So going within yourself and changing your opinions or starting to do the work, because it is a lifelong work, can be beneficial right now. In terms of health, some of you may have an increase in energy and vitality, again, especially if you've got strong Mars, Pluto, 12th house, 1st house, 8th house, Scorpio, Neptune energy in your chart as well. This can help you stay more focused on your work and career progression and make activities that support your personal and physical health and spiritual development more easier to do. For some of you as well, there may be increasing opportunities for travel, or your job may force you, or hook up or romantic relationship may cause you to travel more. This can be an invaluable opportunity for expanding your horizons and exploring new places within your own country or abroad. For some of you, travel can help you better appreciate other cultures and costumes and points of view. It can also help you break out of your comfort zone, allowing you to challenge yourself and grow in ways you never thought possible. And even if you don't travel physically, some of you may travel mentally or spiritually by meditation or reading more books, listening to more podcasts that talk about different opinions, different cultures and stuff like that. So Venus in Aries is a period of transition and renewal. And as a result, it's best to focus on manifesting changes in your life, in whether that be in your work, career, love, education, or spiritual or personal development. Staying focused on your goals and desires and taking control of your destiny. Although it can be challenging, it's such a nice idea. Take control of your life, affirm yourself, the law of attraction and all of that. But anyone that's tried it, it takes practical actions and going through all those traumatic emotions and learning to manage your many moods for some of you. So, and obviously the obstacles that come from life, finances not being enough and stuff like that. So although it is going to be challenging, the best use of this energy of Venus in Aries is to look at where you can make progress in your life and take steady and slow action to do so. So yeah, that's Venus in Aries. Also today on the 12th of March, the moon enters void of course. When the moon is in void of course, some astrologers say basically it's best to put off some things. If you want to know more about moon void of course, check out the playlist and I'll explain more about it there. Also today, the moon enters Scorpio at 8:49 p.m. all time zone in GMT. So when the moon's in Scorpio, it's essential to pay attention to your financial, sexual and mental health. Try to process and let go any feelings of anger. Demonstrate self-control and accomplish tasks. Consider investigating scientific, technical or occult topics. Don't overlook being merciful for those who have treated you unfairly. Forgive but don't forget. If you are having trouble expressing your emotions, writing them down can be helpful. If you want to know more about the moon in Scorpio, check out the playlist and I'll go more in depth about what to do. Okay, and today also Mars enters Gemini at 11:33 p.m. GMT time. So today's been a very, very busy day. So yeah, I'm going to talk more about Mars entering Gemini now. So when Mars, the planet of action and assertiveness, enters the sign of Gemini, it can shape our lives in unexpected ways. Gemini is associated with communication, versatility and curiosity. This means that when Mars enters Gemini, there is a change in energy that allows us to explore new possibilities. This can be an exciting and transformative time. So yeah, in terms of work, when Mars enters Gemini, exploring new directions and collaborations is a great way to use this energy. So working with others, expanding your horizons and exploring new possibilities, especially in all sorts of communication projects as well, or all sorts of physical. So this could be building work, exercising, setting up a business to do with your hands, or anything to do with podcasting, writing, publishing or anything like that is also good. If you've been wanting to try a new job or creative project or get involved in working with other people, this is the perfect time to take the plunge. When Mars enters Gemini, your creative juices will flow and you may have an increase in energy and motivation to get big projects off the ground. So if you've got projects you've been working towards for many years or putting off for many years, now's the time to do it. So yeah, the sky sort of like is the limit and it's up to you how much of the sky you want to get on the ladder and climb towards, So yeah, especially if you've got strong Gemini, 3rd house, 6th house, Virgo energy in your chart, this can be really beneficial to you to use this as well. Also, in terms of those of you who are working for someone else, a spark of ambition can also be ignited within you at this time, wanting to go for that promotion or stand out from the crowd in some other way. Mars's influence here can drive you to push yourself to new heights and strive to your best and be your best and get to your highest potential. You can become more focused on your goals and willing to take on more challenges that you wouldn't considered before. Your determination to succeed can be strengthened, so success can become a real possibility for you now, because you can just think, I'm just going to take slow daily steps to get to where I want to. I'm going to plan, I'm going to come up with a strategy, I'm going to go out there and learn new skills or update my skills to get to where I want to be. For some of you, you may take on more responsibility at work or in your home, domestic, helping out family members or taking a more active role in your own household. Some of you be doing this to prove your worth or to just be generous to someone who's maybe needs help with childcare or anything else, or maybe doing some home improvements for other people as well. In terms of love and hookups, the energy of Gemini, it's an active energy, can make us more social. So some of you may be encouraged to take brave and bold action to go out there looking for love. So this can be in dating apps, going out on date nights. What are they called where you speed dating? That's it, going out on speed dating on and offline, taking the more active approach to improving your love life, which I'm more for. But if you listen to this podcast, look out for those red flags as always, but don't be too defensive, be open-minded, but also don't ignore the telltale signs of somebody not being good for you. Some of you may rekindle a flame in an existing relationship or with an ex, but again, be careful, because as the saying goes, the ex is an ex for a reason. But hey, people can change if they work hard to do it. So maybe they have, maybe you have, maybe now the time's right. So basically, when Mars is in Gemini in terms of love and hookups, it's time to make a move and let your hair down and experience the love that's in the air. Also a good time for having serious deep and intense relationships to do with any sex issues. You and your partner may not be, you may have problems in your sex life, so now this energy, you can talk about it, can spice up your sex life, get a bit more kinky, be a bit more honest about your desires, and be a bit more open to listen of areas of improvement than other times. In terms of education, it can be an exciting time because some of you may deepen your knowledge in some way or expand your awareness, as I said, by taking a course, attending workshops, reading up on your favourite topics, or even starting that blog or podcast, as I said earlier. With the energy of Mars motivating you, now's the time to take the initiative and make the most of this period of growth and development. Learning something new right now can open up so many doors for you. And with the right mindset, you can use this time to your advantage and make some huge strides in your educational pursuits. In terms of past lives, when Mars enters Gemini, you are gifted with the opportunity to tap into the potential that lies dormant within you. So some of you may have innate talents that you learnt in past lives, what you haven't used for a while, which may just come into your knowledge by dream, or you may just come across, watch a TV show and think, oh, I used to do that, and then try it again. This can be an instrument, this can be drawing, this can be exercise, anything to do with your mind or hands. If you take time to unlock the answers to certain questions by being observant to your dreams and observant to what you people say and do right now, this can give you a new perspective on the world. You may be also be able to use this energy to uncover and understand the patterns of your past so you can move forward and create a better future, especially any past issues you have resolved about, your communication expression or your sexual expression, or going for the job that you want, or going for the educational courses that you want as well. Take this time to uncover what lies beneath your surface, what's holding you back, and discover any hidden talents. In terms of spiritual and personal development, Mars in Gemini can make some of you have a shift in your perspective. For those of you seeking spiritual and personal growth, this period can provide an opportunity to reflect on the present and consider what can be done to improve your future. With this new outlook, you can become more aware of your thoughts, feelings and behaviours, and make the changes that will help you reach new goals. Also, use this energy once again to identify any psychological or emotional wounds that need to be addressed, that you've been numbing yourself from, especially when it comes to anything that you've been putting off understanding about yourself, that can help you improve your relationships, especially the relationship you should be having with yourself. You can use this energy of Mars in Gemini to create more meaningful and balanced relationships, becoming more aware of the impact of your words and actions, so you can think before you act and react, and this can improve, not only your mental health but also your connections with others. Also, when Mars moves into Gemini, you may find yourself on an exciting journey of self-growth and exploration. New patterns and behaviours will start to emerge if you take time to address those old patterns of relating to yourself and others, and those toxic thoughts that hold you back as well. This energy of Mars in Gemini is good to use to develop greater self-awareness and become more in tune with your own needs, wants and desires, your own psychological states, as well as your own feelings and emotions in any given moment as well. So during this time of Mars in Gemini, if you use this energy effectively, the world can seem more open to you, and you'll be able to explore and discover new things about yourself and maybe others as well. Some of you will want to take risks and challenge yourself, and as a result you'll be able to achieve much needed progress in your goals, especially those to do with communication and physical activity. Some of you will start to see how the pieces of your life fit together by engaging in that self-reflection and trying to deal with any toxic or traumatic psychological or emotional traumas, especially those to do with the ways that you relate to others and they relate to you as well. And this will enable you to make better decisions and take more meaningful actions in your life. If you take this chance also to step more in a creative direction and embrace change rather than staying in your comfort zone and trying to keep on using changing old solutions to your problems that never fits them, being open to new ideas, new ways of doing things. Mars entering Gemini is a great time to step into a more creative way of being. It's an opportunity to think outside the box and explore the possibilities of the universe. With the planets of Mars and Mercury sort of like, aligning, you can find yourself in a whole new field of work or career, or doing something else you never thought of doing before, or you may find a newfound sort of like passion for something that you just never liked before. You may have hated baked beans all your life and all of a sudden you like them. Something a bit more deeper, but you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, in conclusion, when Mars enters Gemini, it can be a great time of transformation and growth, as this transit encourages us to just be a bit more innovative and explore the new and take a risk and go for what we really want. It also encourages us to learn from our past, to grow spiritually, and to work on our relationship and career and educational goals as well. Mars in Gemini, if you want to, you can expect positive and exciting changes if you stay open and you work towards it as well. Also today on the 12th of March, today's transits are Mars is making a square to Neptune, so this can get in the way with the energetic energies of Mars in Gemini and Venus going into Aries as well. So some of you may feel like your energy is washed out and depleted, or somebody may be draining your energy from you, or your own thoughts can be draining your energy from you. Some of you may have a stronger urge to escape and get away from your current circumstances, but even lack the motivation to do that. Even you just feel like, I just can't even be bothered to be distracted, get distracted, have a smoke or have a drink. I just feel so drained. While some of you will use drugs, alcohol or other intoxicating substances or people to escape your emotions right now. Also, watch out for being easily manipulated and being a pushover, allowing people and situations to control your decisions and actions without regard for your physical, emotional, psychological well-being, because the consequences could be serious, and it's important to remember to put yourself and your needs first. Additionally, there can also be a risk of illness or infection due to a weakened immune system, which could happen if you don't take the necessary steps to look after your health or protect yourself from draining activities. Just make sure you get enough rest, eat a nutritious diet, and stay away from anything or anyone that's dangerous and toxic to you. Also be careful around anything that can be flammable and stuff like that today as well, because carelessness can also cause danger as well. On the 13th of March, the moon enters out of bounds. So moon out of bounds is a gentle reminder for us to step out of our comfort zones and challenge the limitations we or society may have imposed on us. And it also encourages us to explore our potential and not be afraid to venture out of, our comfort zone. The moon also leaves via combustion today. So as the moon departs from via combustion, we can seize this opportunity for a brand new start. And it reminds us that despite our hardships, adversities we may be going through at the moment, we can rely on our inner courage and build resilience and use the planets in the sky to guide us to better days. Also today, on the 13th of March, Jupiter is making a semi-square with Saturn. So this is sort of like a difficult alignment, and this can bring feelings of dissatisfaction, and there may be a slowing up of the economy even more so than there have been over the past couple of months. Some of you may see a decrease in your finances or confidence in your sector of career. There's been a lot of redundancies in the UK, so some of you may get bad news in regards to your career, but for some of you, you may see an opportunity and decide to start a business or do more business as well. It can also bring an increase in religious and philosophical intolerance, leading to people being more traditional in their beliefs and being like, my beliefs are better than yours. And some of you can argue with your neighbours, and it can get a bit out of hand, or with family members, and police and other things can get involved. Unpopular governmental actions, and there's been loads, haven't there, and laws may also be passed today, so some of us may experience changes in legislation once again. That's not favourable, but there's been a lot of that going on. Also, Mercury is making a semi-square to the moon's north node, so this alignment suggests the potential for interesting and mentally stimulating connections with others, or making new influential friendships or any other relationships. But even though you may want to go out there and make these friendships, some of you may have difficulty in doing so because of the differences in opinions or beliefs, so just watch out for that. But if you just be aware that other people are allowed to have their own beliefs and try and find middle ground, you can resolve any conflicts that, come up today. This energy can push us out of our comfort zone, but it's good sometimes because, if we're willing to take risks and face the potential pitfalls of doing so and get over those challenges, then you can still be successful today despite any challenges. So keep your wits about you, think before you do things, and be prepared for the unexpected. On the 14th of March, the moon goes into void, of course, at 9:39 p.m. GMT time. Also, today's transits are the sun making a square to Mars, so this can be a challenging day. Confrontations and aggressive behaviour can be expected, as well as bullying tactics. Relations with others can be strained, and there can be a risk of accidents or even violence because of this. Also, this energy can also stir up powerful enemies who can be inclined to act upon their feelings. So just be careful what you say around people. People can be unhinged, and this can just cause unnecessary conflict and waste your time. And pick your battles wisely, because you don't want something trivial to turn into something big, and then this can just be a danger to your physical space or your mental health as well. Also today, the sun is making a conjunction with Neptune. So again, this adds to people being sort of like a bit moody, and some of you may have moments of weakness and be susceptible to manipulations as well. Some people may go out their way to get an aggressive reaction or some type of other reaction out of you. So be careful of that. People may also compromise too much, which makes people or just be a bit like, too caring. I don't think there's such a thing, but people may take advantage of your good nature. That's what I'm trying to say. So just be careful of that. So don't forget to stand up for yourself and your beliefs without being, overly aggressive or anything like that. But also not allowing others to walk over you. Some of you may realise that you have been too soft and too forgiving with those close to you at this time, and you can just be like, just lose it with them because, they've been taking the mickey a bit too much, as we say in England. So just watch out for that. All in all, this can be an opportunity for growth and transformation, so it's best to use this energy of Sun conjunct Neptune for that. This transit can reveal those who are in your lives for their own gains, and those who really care and genuinely want to be in your life for good reasons. It can also show you your own weaknesses and vulnerabilities, so you can be aware of them and change them, so other people don't go over your boundaries anymore. This energy is perfect for taking stock of your lives, recognising those who take advantage of you and putting an end to those relationships that are no longer serving you. The transit of Sun conjunct Neptune can also bring along with it an urge to escape reality, as well as a potential for misunderstandings and incorrect judgment. All in all, this energy can be used positively by being in tune with your intuition or going within, relaxing, doing some meditation, so you can open yourself up to a more intuitive awareness, and this can lead to spiritual experiences for some of you, or some of you just, having this intellectual, deductive reasoning of everything's going to work out all right if you just be a bit more gentle with yourself as well. All in all, Sun conjunct Neptune allows you to tap into your innermost depths and explore the depths of your higher consciousness or your soul. So yeah, that's the 14th of March. On the 15th of March, the Sun enters Pisces at 1:05 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, I told you it's a busy week. So when the transiting Sun enters Pisces, its energy can affect us in many ways. As the 12th and final zodiac sign, Pisces energy carries with it a certain wisdom, but also tends to bring up the past and our unresolved issues. This is especially true when it comes to work, career progression, love and hookup and education, and our sort of like karmic and past life influences as well. So now I'm going to talk about how the Sun in Pisces influences our work, career progression, love and hookup situations, education, spiritual and personal development as well. So in terms of work, when the Sun enters Pisces, you have the opportunity to manifest a lot in sort of like your work. You know, the 12th house in astrology is about ending, so finishing up the old creative projects or work projects or anything that's, you know, needs to be finished, you can finish it, and also looking towards new things to start when the Sun goes into Aries or after you finish the old. So on the whole, now is the time to be open to new ideas, approaches and collaborations, working with others to reach your goals, or working with all the different sides of your personality to reach your goals, doing inner work, shadow work to clear away or to continue the work of understanding your psychological and emotional wounds and taking time to understand them, heal and manage them as well. Some of you may find yourself more inspired and more motivated to act and change your careers. Some of you may decide to change your career to a more spiritual one. On the whole, especially if you've got strong Neptune, 12th house, Pluto, Mars energy in your birth chart, or other transits in your natal chart that's happening involving Scorpio, Pluto, Mars or Neptune, or the 12th house or the 1st house or the 8th house right now, you may looking to move from your job and go into a new career that can help you find more inner peace and build a more strong, solid foundation for your future actions as well. Also, Pisces energy can bring more creativity into your life. Some of you may become more musical, or not become more musical, and tap that kind of musical, poetic, artistic side of you, you know, designing, being more creative in your thinking, even if you do a scientific or technological, engineering, statistic driven job, you may become more creative. Even if it's just wearing, you know, colourful socks, even if you work from home, you know, you may just spruce up your life in some other ways. So all in all, when the Sun's in Pisces, your true potential can be uncovered right now. You may seek out more adventure and excitement, be a bit more self-reflective and intuitive in your approach to work. You're encouraged to tap into and honour your deeper, more authentic, intuitive, natural self and explore and discover, for some of you, your unique gifts and talents that you were born with, and use them more. It's an optimal time to focus on your personal development and find a career path that's true to your calling. So endings again, 12th house energy, it's all about looking at your life. Are you in the relationships you really want to be in? Are you doing a career you really want to do? And I know we have to do things to pay the bills and all the rest of it, like I get all of that, but how can you take small daily steps and come up with a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan, 10-year plan to slowly get into the career that you want to be in? And remember, it is never too late. If I can get one message to my listeners who listen to this, it's never too late. And there's always a set of people out there that needs your unique talent and will listen to whatever message, even if the message is out there, whether it's an astrology podcast, a spiritual podcast, writing, true crime, or any other podcast or blog or any other career. You may think, oh, I can't do it because so many other people are doing it. No, there's always space for you. So, you know, go out there and get it. The Sun in Pisces allows us to examine our passions and purpose, and it wants us to do that, and it wants us to take time out to look at what our dreams are, what our highest potential is, and take time to manifest it and unlock the hidden potential that each of us have within us. In terms of love and hookup, it's a chance to sort of like blossom, whether it's, you know, blossoming a self-partner relationship with yourself, a throuple relationship, because Pisces is all about unconventional relationship, or turning your hookup scenario into a more deeper commitment as well. So all in all, this energy of Sun in Pisces can give us a greater emotional understanding and acceptance of ourselves and others, and open up our hearts to new possibilities, even though you may have been hurt before, as you know, most of us have by the time we reach 30 and stuff. It's also a great time to go beyond the superficial and embrace the depths of, you know, authentic connection with yourself or higher power or partner as well. Some of you may take on a new romance or deepen an existing romance, as I said. For those of you who are seeking, you know, hookups and stuff like that, this can be a time of exploration and adventure with a focus on a meaningful connection. So this doesn't mean these connections are going to last long, but you may meditate with your partner before or after sex, being more sort of like secretive, maybe venturing into some BDSM as well, because 12th house is about the things, the emotions, the sexual desires we keep hidden. So you may be a bit more kinky in your hookups and stuff, as long as you're being safe, because I care about your well-being, you know, go for it. So all in all, this is a time to nurture and nourish your relationships and truly appreciate the beauty of love in all the forms that it comes out. So on the educational sort of front as well, when the sun's in Pisces, this can unlock new realms of knowledge. So you can become more expansive in how you research or the information. You know, you may just watch, I don't know, Netflix all the time. You may tune into the Discovery Channel right now, you know, just to expand your horizon, watch some documentaries or read some books or listening to some kind of scientific podcast or whatever. So for anyone who's in study right now, this is an invitation to explore new information, even if you think you know it all, to nourish your mind and your soul as well. So if you're normally just a logical person, you may, you know, explore some kind of spiritual concepts. If you're normally a spiritual person, you may, you know, explore some rational mathematics, scientific, spiritual concepts, and, you know, all of that. So all in all, for those who are passionate about their work and career progression, this can be a great time to set your sights on new goals and stretch yourself to a new level of understanding. It can also be a time to explore and develop spiritual and karmic insights, allowing you to better understand your past, present and future, so you can move into your new self and ways of being. Also, on the karmic level, this can be a powerful, majestic force that aids you in understanding yourself and others on a deeper level as well. You can look in yourself, and this is what the sun in Pisces wants you to do, to explore the lessons and experiences that you have taken with you from your past life. So this can come through dream work, this can do with tarot, seeking out past life regression therapists, and through this exploration of your past lives, or even just looking back at your recent past in this life, you can gain insight into your motivations and patterns that drive you, that can help you go forward, or that have been holding you back, and thinking about how you can use your strengths to overcome your weaknesses, and sort of like how you can use the energies of learning and accepting your past to progress more on your spiritual and personal journey. And as you look back and reflect on your past or karmic life, you can begin to fully understand your unique purpose, and you can use this to move towards your goals. So some of you, you know, will do this through meditation, yoga, listening to music, screaming in the woods, walking barefoot, hugging some trees, whatever it is, listening to a podcast, watching a Netflix show, and you just have a light bulb moment. It doesn't always have to be intentional. It can just come on the subconscious level as well. So yeah, Pisces is Neptune, 12th house. It is a bridge to the divine, and it can help you to nurture yourself, especially for self-care, and nurture that, you know, side of you that wants to know more about the deeper occult meanings of life as well. It also can be a time of great healing. So it's a perfect time to take advantage of any resources that can help you create a deeper sense of self-awareness, understanding, love, compassion, forgiving, and growth. So, you know, as I said, for some of you, this can be deep meditation or soul searching, or going on a spiritual retreat, or doing your own spiritual retreat, writing down the things you want to release from your past on a piece of paper and burning it, getting ready for the spring equinox that's coming next week as well. So yeah, it's a time to reach beyond yourself and explore the depths of your inner being, allowing you to connect with a sense of oneness and purpose. Also, when the sun is transiting in Pisces, you can become more artistic and creative, as I said at the beginning. This can be profound for some of you. You can just tap into drawing, singing, writing poetry or anything else, and this can help you heal and understand your emotions, using music to get to know yourself on a deeper level, using art or writing, journaling to get to know yourself or to uncover how you really feel. So, you know, if you're thinking, oh, I don't know how I feel, maybe just letting yourself write or just voice record yourself, just rambling on, and you can get good feedback from there on your true thoughts and stuff, especially if you're not normally in tune with your emotions. For some of you, your creative passions can be reignited, and you may find yourself taking up new hobbies or activities, and some of you can get a great creative boost under this energy, allowing you to explore your inner depths and connect with the divine, your higher self, in a more majestic and artistic way. But again, as we're dealing with Pisces and Neptune, there is a risk that you'll run away from all of this. You may have the calling to get more emotional, to deal with your psychological wounds or connect with your higher self and the divine. And it can just be scary because it is, you know, some of the things that happen in our past is really, really painful. And sometimes it's easy just to forget it and numb ourselves with drugs, drink and alcohol, which can happen because of Neptune and Pisces energy and escapism here. But if you really use this energy, because the emotional outpouring is amplified, to even if you want to run from your emotions, you can be more sensitive to them in yourself and other people. And on the plus side, this can make us more intuitive and compassionate to ourselves and others, and it can make it easier to forgive and forget if we open ourselves up to that. But for, again, some of us have that defensive boundaries that will stop us from doing that, and we'll just much rather just numb ourselves, whether it be in hookups or any other form of distractions. So, but on the positive, if you use this energy to confront and comfort your emotions and embrace them and just accept that side of you, you can just really, really do some deep healing, which is the best use of this energy. And this will allow you to understand your purpose in this life and the karmic lessons that you are ready to let go of and the potential you are ready to reach. All in all, this is a time of great personal and spiritual development, or can be, where you can open yourselves up to the deeper possibilities of love, make advances in your career or education, explore your sexuality on a deeper level, and experience a greater sense of being connected with those around you and with the many different sides of your personality and the world around you. So yeah, in conclusion, many aspects of your life can be affected when the sun enters Pisces. It's up to you how far you go with this energy. You may find yourself drawn to the spiritual realm. Some of you, it just be career and personal development or love development. Whatever path you choose to focus on right now, it's up to you. And just remember to just enjoy the journey, because the journey is as important as the destination. And that's what the sun in Pisces wants us to know, that sometimes it's best to slow down. Don't ignore those emotions. Don't ignore those deeper experiences that you can be having with yourself and others. So yeah, that's the sun transiting in Pisces. Also today at 2:04, the moon enters Sagittarius. So when the moon enters Sagittarius, some of you may experience more prophetic dreams or sudden bursts of inspiration. So this supports this sun in Pisces energy here. You may feel yourself more inclined to break out of your daily routine, searching for a sense of freedom and exploration. It's important to remember to think before speaking, as any legal or political affairs can easily disrupt your lifestyle right now. If you want to know more about the moon in Pisces, check out the playlist. Also today, the moon enters its last quarter moon phases as well. So this helps us to take stock of our lives and let go of any negativity. So supporting that sun in Pisces energy, allowing us to go within and to do what we need to do to move forward with more intention and purpose. Also at 2:18, the moon's north node goes retrograde. So for some of you, this can bring a feeling of being disconnected from your fate, which can lead you feeling stranded. But, you know, sometimes we have to be stranded to find ourselves again. So don't be too alarmed if you feel this way. Just take it slow. Be gentle with yourself. Also today on the 15th of March, Venus is making square to Pluto, which can have, you know, a tense effect and impact on our relationships. So this influence means there is a strong chance of some of you being drawn to another person, like a moth to a flame, like there's some sort of hidden force or compulsion, even if you don't like them. On the physical level, you may just feel like you can get really obsessed with them and get some sensual sort of feelings and tension, so watch out for that, because Neptune energy with the Sun in Pisces is strong as well, and Pluto also is the esoteric ruler of the 12th house, which Neptune rules on the mundane level, so watch out for that. So some of you may act in ways that you normally wouldn't do because of this. They can be going over the top in romantic and hookup, falling in love when the other person don't want that and just coming on a bit too strong. Some of you may behave unethical in terms of love. They can be sort of like cheating and stuff like that. Also scenes of jealousy, power struggles in your emotional life, and this can become difficult to navigate during this time. You may also become preoccupied with the desire to control your partner or the situation, and this can lead to sort of issues. So someone may be like, oh, well, I like your boyfriend or girlfriend or your partner, and your partner doesn't like them, but you're trying to control them and doing a bit too much, and this can just lead to them being like, you know, getting mad at you. So just try and give them their space. It may not be their fault that somebody else is like DMing them or something like that, because if you get too intense and too jealous, this can, you know, tear the relationship apart. So it's helpful to stay mindful of your decisions and remember that a partnership is a partnership, and you have to try and understand each other as well. Try and remain focused and conscious of your actions and words, because you don't want to say things that you later regret as well. Also be aware of your emotions and express them, or try to express them, because Venus is squaring Pluto here, in a healthy way, rather than trying to control your partner or the situation, because if you don't, this can have negative consequences. The best thing to do is to be more mindful and be more aware of the words that you use and the actions you take right now, and just try and just be a bit more understanding. And yeah, if someone is crossing your boundaries, then you are going to have to be stern with them. You are going to let them know that you can't be, you know, messing with my partner. But ultimately, if people are going to cheat, or people are going to always do what they're going to do in the long run, so, you know, make sure you look after yourself and just try not to get yourself too carried away with any jealous or any other unethical actions right now. On the 16th of March, Mercury enters Pisces. So yeah, very busy week, but this is the last major thing that happens this week. Mercury enters Pisces at 5:19 a.m. When the planet Mercury transits in Pisces, it brings a time of change, transformation and transition. Depending on the area of your life you're looking at, this can mean many different things. So I'm going to talk about what this means for your career, your love, hookups and education, and on the spiritual and karmic level as well. So some of you, in terms of work and career, may find yourself swimming in a sea of possibilities. You can be presented with an opportunity to explore a myriad, many paths, allowing your imagination to take you to unexpected places. This energy, Mercury in Pisces, is encouraging you to think beyond the usual boundaries and explore new horizons that may lead to a more fulfilling career and life. It's time for creative problem solving and innovative ways of thinking, coming up with strategies to maximize your skills and talent. So yeah, with the right outlook and the right attitude, you can take advantage of any opportunities that come your way right now, or go looking for them. And in doing this, you can find yourself swimming in a sea of new, Piscean, glorious, innovative, spiritual, awakening career opportunities. In terms of matters of the heart, Your emotions are the gateway to self-discovery right now, and Pisces, compassionate energy, can help you open your heart to new connections and passion. It can be a time to lean into romantic moments, to trust your intuition and be willing to deepen or explore new relationships. Let your heart be your guide right now in discovering what you want and need from a partner, and you may find yourself opening up to a world of new romantic possibilities. For some of you, you may just commit more to yourself or to a spiritual practice or something else. It can be your work, career, exercise regime. It doesn't have to be another person. Also, in terms of education, when Mercury is transiting in Pisces, you can unlock a wealth of knowledge, whether you're looking for, a new degree or any other sort of professional or intellectual qualification. Some of you may decide to learn a new practical skill. This could be tarot reading, anything to do with alternative healing for some of you, or it can be something practical like building skills, or learning to grow fruit and vegetables or anything like that. Or you may just go and reread a book or listen to lectures on some knowledge that you already know, brushing up your skill set and just refreshing the knowledge you already have. This is really good. You should use this time to explore the world of knowledge, going on the internet and stuff, and any other medium that's at your fingertips right now. Also, some of you may be thinking about entering further education, so take this time to research universities, colleges, finding online courses, or reading up on a subject you always wanted to learn about. And you may be surprised at what you find and the new doors that will open up for you right now. In terms of your past life, some of you may discover secrets from your past. This can be your current past, or as I said, your past life, which can help you take a deeper dive into your personal history and explore the various paths you have taken to get to where you are today. Perhaps you realise that a certain career choice you made in the past life, or the relationships you had in the past life, still influence you today. And for some of you, you'd be great. You'd be like, yeah, I'm on the right track. And some of you may be like, I want to stop reliving my past. I want to try something new. So on a spiritual and personal development level, the transiting Mercury in Pisces can help you understand yourself on a deeper level and come to terms with the decisions that you made in this life or your past life. This may come to you through a dream or past life regression or some other way, just by doing some meditation or journaling, listening to music, or just an innate subconscious feeling that you want to break free from the choices you made in the past, or you want to continue with them. Or maybe you've totally abandoned a career in your past life and you've gone on a different path and you may decide to go back to it now. So yeah, in terms of looking at how your past, your current past or your past life has affected you this life, if you do some exploration, you can gain greater clarity and insight into your journey and your way forward. So all in all, Mercury in Pisces is asking you to dive deep into your soul and uncover new spiritual and personal development depths. This is a time when your intuition can be stronger and dreams can offer you powerful insight. You may find yourself being more drawn to ancient wisdom and connecting with your higher self or your divine. You can use this time also to reflect on your goals. Are you meeting them? In what ways are you not meeting them? How can you meet them? What toxic thought, relationship, or anything else, other patterns that you need to let go of or change so you can move forward with newfound insight and embrace the newness that can come? Mercury in Pisces, so we've got the logic in the subconscious. So Mercury here wants you to think about how you can not only understand and nurture your subconscious life, but how you can become more logical in your spiritual practice. How can you think about spiritual and deeper meanings and the occult and use psychic gifts in a more logical way, not taking away from the heart-centered base nature which spiritual practice and development is, but knowing that it takes more than meditating to be spiritual, that you do have to confront the realities of life. You have to pay, you don't have to pay bills, but you have to provide for yourself, right? You're also not going to deal with your traumas just by meditating. You need to take practical steps, whether it be going on a journey of self-help or going to a therapist to heal your childhood wounds, get in touch with your inner child, and to get to know yourself and life and others on a deeper level. So the best use of this time is to open yourself up to new by looking into your past and seeing what healing still needs to be done there, to get real about your spiritual journey or anything else, whether it be your career and personal development, educational development. You know, we all have these dreams, and it's good to dream and it's good to have ideas, but if we don't take practical action, then we're never going to manifest what we really want into our life. Again, going back to romance, when Mercury's in Pisces, some of you can find yourself swept up in the whirlwind of romance, so this can be an intense and passionate time. And as I said, some of you may feel like you're in a trance, out of your control, and for some of you this is not going to be with another person. This is going to be falling in love with yourself, falling in love with career, falling in love with a song or a book, or just any other talent, falling in love with your inner child, falling in love with your pair of socks. Okay, maybe not your pair of socks, but you get it. Like, it's not always about another person. But Mercury in Pisces does open up the gateway to more self-love, for having feelings that consume us and just makes us so in passion. So yeah, get caught up in that passion, but be sure to take time to ground yourself and connect with your inner voice, to make sure that you're making decisions based on more than just emotion. So it's easy to, you know, get rust off your feet, especially in terms of a whirlwind sort of romance with somebody else. But don't ignore those red flags, but also allow yourself to enjoy just feeling love, because this world can be so cold sometimes, and we can get cut off from those feelings of happiness and hope and faith. So it's always good to open up your heart to love, but don't get too carried away and do not ignore red flags. So yeah, some of you may again be driven to explore the depths of your creativity and problem solving skills, and one of the best ways to do this is to go on a road trip. And for some of you this be actual travel, for others of you it will be like a mental physical journey, but it doesn't have to be to another country. It can be cruising down your countryside, or if you like urban driving, then, you know, driving around your town, and this can just take in a look at people and all the activities there, and this can help you come up with new inventive ideas and solutions to a project or a new business idea, because just the feeling of being out in the open road can provide you with the mental space to think up solutions to any problems that have been weighing you down, allowing you to, let's get romantic, drive off into the sunset with a fresh new perspective and a newfound sense of wonder and awe and clarity about where you need to go in your life and how you can move forward. All in all, Mercury in Pisces wants us to reach out and connect with like-minded souls, and to create powerful connections, and to maybe collaborate with them, you know, on a podcast, on a blog, on a documentary, or anything else, working to others to uplift your own and their lives. Make it be a mutual relationship rather than an unequal one that will become toxic. So even though you may be in your comfort zone, Mercury in Pisces wants us to open up to new people, ideas and experiences, because, you know, meeting people who share your own values and beliefs can lead to a deeper understanding of yourself and open yourself up to a greater sense of purpose. And at times, you know, having people challenge our beliefs can do that as well. Or, you know, meeting with people who don't always think the same of us, but as long as these relationship has a mutual understanding and respect for each other's differences, these can work as well. Connecting with those who understand you or want to understand you can give you a sense of companionship and comfort. So Mercury in Pisces is all about taking time to reflect and to focus on your intellectual or intuitive growth, because, you know, Mercury in Pisces amplifies creativity and intuition. So it's a perfect time to take advantage of this cosmic energy and start exploring the world within and around you. Pisces and Neptune energy can help you change your perspectives on your life and your place in the universe, which can be really uplifting, especially if you've been feeling down. Also, taking time to look into your past and reflect on your present and opening yourself up to new possibilities can help you find the best way to move forward. So yeah, that's Mercury in Pisces. Also on the 16th of March, the moon void of course starts at 2:17. Then we've got a couple of transits as well. So the first transit is Mercury making a conjunction with Neptune, which is really good because Mercury is entering Pisces today. So this is giving you, a stronger urge to use your imagination, appreciate art and creativity, so supporting the needs of what Mercury in Pisces wants you to do, but also watch out for people being manipulative and lying about who they are. You may also need to fact check because you yourself can say one thing and mean the other, and people can do that to you, and this can lead to misunderstandings. So just make sure what's being asked and make yourself clear in communications as well. At best, Mercury's conjunction to Neptune can fill us with inspired and creative ideas, so supporting that Mercury in Pisces energy, allowing us to tap into our unique imagination and intuition, and can help us, get more deeper insights into how we and other people sort of like think. Also today, the Sun is making a conjunction with Mercury, which brings out a tendency to dominate and tell others what to do, so watch out for that. People may also be more talkative today rather than listen, and this can cause problems. People can gossip more as well. But all in all, this energy does support inspired and creative thinking, so use this power wisely. Take time to consider the facts and make sure, again, what you're saying and what you're hearing is clear, accurate and respectful, because as I said, people are wanting to talk a lot today rather than listen, and talk about their own opinions rather than listen to other people's ideas, which can be good in some ways because you can become more assertive, stand up for yourself and have more confidence right now as well. But also, we've got Mars making a square to Mercury as well, so although this can give us more sharpened focus and make us be more desired with our intentions and more passionate about it, and becoming more aware of how we affect the environment around us and taking more bold action, and become more conscious of our words and those of others. So this allows us to counteract the negative effects of Mercury's conjunction to Neptune and Sun's conjunction to Mercury as well. But negatively, this energy can also make us speak harshly and, just not care about other people and what they're saying, and lack objectivity as well. So again, just be mindful of what you say, but also use these energies to stand up for yourself and to communicate what you need to communicate in a respectful way. On the 17th of March, the moon enters Capricorn at 4:49 p.m. So as the moon moves into Capricorn, people tend to prioritise their professional life and become more focused on the practical and things that are going to be profitable rather than wasting their time, pushing emotions to the side. And this can, is great for active socializing and networking in pursuit of your career goals, but can be a bad thing for your close relationships. Also today, Venus is making a sextile to Saturn, and this can be a great opportunity to take stock of your relationships and responsibilities and re-evaluate your boundaries and negotiate agreements with your partners, family members and colleagues. Also an ideal time for getting organised and turning plans into tangible, practical results, so taking those slow and steady steps to bring in your sort of like dreams and ideas into reality. We can all in all use this period to find a balance between seeking pleasure and being practical. Romances could benefit from a dose of realism, and as you know, the moon's in Capricorn as well, this can be sort of like amplified. But on a deeper level, those who are creative can find some kind of sense of, well, I've got to get practical about my art, about my drawing, about my writing, or I'm never going to see anything from it. So this is a good energy to use to get practical and serious and realistic about even things that are seems as non-practical, like creativity and psychic exploration and stuff like that. Now more than ever, you may be the time for you to focus on the things that really matter in your life, to make sure that you don't get distracted by the little things that often take up valuable time and energy that you can be using to bring your ideas into reality. You may find the courage to make investments that guarantee a secure future, so it can be a good time to get advice from a trusted mentor to help you. So this could be financial investments, or going back to education, or anything to do with your career. For some of you, you may seek out knowledge and with the hope to gain some understanding and wisdom, which is key to finding balance and true long-term happiness. This can be an excellent time to combine effort and discipline and be more realistic about the world and what it takes to actually achieve success in your personal and professional life. So yeah, that's the 17th of March. On the 18th of March, the moon leaves out of bounds at 2:22. It's a reminder to stay alert, remain flexible, and be prepared for whatever comes your way, and to take risks that go beyond your comfort zone. Also at 10:59 a.m. today, the moon enters its balsamic moon phase. So as the waning crescent moon appears in the sky, it's a great opportunity to take some time away from your usual routine and spend some time in solitude. The moon enters void of course at 4:27 p.m. also, and today's transits are Mercury making a sextile to Pluto, so it's an ideal time to dive deeper into any projects or issues that you're dealing with. With Mercury's sharp thinking and keen judgment combined with the power of persuasion from the sextile, you can make great progress in getting to the bottom of anything you need to get to the bottom of right now. It's also a great time to be more critical when it comes to your decisions and analyze any challenges that come your way. As you move through this transit, it's important to remember that patience and understanding will be key in getting the most out of this time. With an open mind and willingness to learn, this transit can be used to further your progress and gain insight into any situation you are facing right now. So yeah, that was the weekly scopes for the 12th to the 18th of March. Thanks for listening, everybody. Take care. If you find this content good, please subscribe because it really helps. Okay, take care and have a good week.